What if I'm shy? I get asked this question a lot when it comes to conducting, good interviews. And even if you're not shy, most people are uncomfortable putting themselves out there by speaking publicly and speaking to the media. It can be intimidating, and you don't want to fumble or mumble, and you want to get your key messages across, whether you have 1 minute or 30 minutes, whether you have one key message or 10. So here's what I want you to do. First, ask for questions in advance. Most journalists are more than happy to send those along because they want you to be prepared. They want nothing more than to have a quality session and a quality output, which is the story. And if you're nervous for in-person or even Skype or Zoom interviews, you can also ask to specifically do an email interview. And this is a great way to build confidence right out of the gate. And many journalists will set up an interview this way from the start, or they'll be open to it because it can save them time and it can avoid, many lost in translation moments. Now, if you're nervous, I would also consider starting local. Most businesses and brands and what I call VIPs or public figures, they want top media, which, as you can imagine, can take longer to land. So in the meantime, start local. If you're in a top 100 television market, go to the link I'm providing here. I'll also drop it in the description. And if you don't see your market on that list, you can find smaller TV markets on the next link that I'm providing. And finally, but honestly, firstly, practice conducting good interviews. And good interviews consist of these things. Appearance. So knowing what to wear that works for cameras and lights and what suits your complexion and allows you to be comfortable and put together. It also includes body language and demonstrating ease on camera. The next thing is competency. So being able to clearly answer questions. And the best way to do this is to practice a technique that's called bridging. And bridges are transitional phrases that allow you to redirect or refocus any question so that you can answer it with your preferred key message. And with practice, you can do that comfortably. Now, most interviews, they won't be hard-hitting, but having the ability to bridge using these transitional statements means that you're always prepared. And so long as you have key messages and practice your recall, you're ready for any interview and really any face-to-face encounter. This also translates to confidence. Now, the last thing on this list is warmth. So competency with warmth. You want to remember your manners. So don't assume, don't interrupt, don't get upset on camera. That never plays well. Also consider eye contact and visual cues and gestures. And the perfect person to follow for information on visual cues and gestures is Vanessa Van Edwards. And she has a book specifically called Cues. And I highly recommend that as a great resource. And then finally, competency plus warmth equals charisma. And this is the sign of power and influence that is highly attractive, and it helps you be really confident or confident looking on camera. Now, if you want to learn more about how to prepare to meet the media and what to do before, during, and after to prepare, nail, and leverage your media moments, we have an in-depth training here at highgoodnews.com/MTMT.